Hello, it is Friday here at my house, Hollywood, California, where I live and work and do all the things that I do, and I love it here at my house. I wish I didn't even have to go anywhere. Just be here in my house, just making things, sending them out, getting paid, paying bills in my house, fixing food, paying bills, work. It's what I want. Anyway, this is a package from my sponsor who asked me yesterday, who contacted me and said, did you receive the package that you should have received by now? It should be outside your house. And I went and looked, and I said, it's out there. And he said, please retrieve it. So I retrieved it and brought it in. And I said, do you want me to open it? He said, why don't you open it on a video tomorrow, because I like those unboxing videos. And I thought, well, why not? Anyway, I don't know what's in it. Here's what I'm going to tell you what. My friend gives you really fun things. I'm going to tell you that one time he gave me a brand new Sylvania Superset color TV for my 29th birthday. It was wonderful. That's the kind of friend he is. He would do that when he could do that, or even when he couldn't do that, he would do that. And now, through the magic of Amazon, and he gets like lots of Amazon cards and things from people. He just loves to buy people things on Amazon and have them sent to them. And sometimes they're gloriously good, and sometimes they're just funny as hell. And sometimes I think he's just being a little bit shitty, but that's okay, because it's funny, and because there are real upswings to that, too. So, I'm going to drink this coffee. And then I'm going to pop this bad boy open. I like that Amazon has now taken to putting things that don't have to be in boxes in big bags. Because I used to hate to have to open a big box, and then it be surrounded by paper and everything just to pull out. See, that opened right up to the top. Gluten-free, Pork King Good. That is the brand name, Pork King Good, with a little crown on the O. Original flavor, pork rind crumbs, fried pork rinds, 12 ounces. Made in the United States of America. Yes, my sponsor has sent me crushed pork rinds, but I'm going to tell you something. It's not a gag gift. They're really useful if you're doing keto, because if you're doing, and I've done this, but I smashed the pork rinds up myself, which is not as easy as you would think to get them really fine. Not really easy, but also terribly, this probably cost $15 for 12 ounces here, because he doesn't look at things like prices versus quantity and stuff. But anyway, this is really good if you, like you're doing keto and you want to do chicken breasts. You can marinate I marinate my chicken breasts in dill pickle juice when I have dill pickle juice for a couple of hours. It just gives them a little sprightly little tartness. It's just kind of gives it a Chick-fil-A vibe without having to, support wicked evangelicals. But you can use this like shake and bake on your chicken or anything, pork chops. You can use. I've done it. It's really pretty good. It's not exactly like, but it's the closest you're going to get to breaded and fried or shaked and baked. Or would it be shaked? Shaken and baked. Shaken and baked. That's how it would be. Correct, right? It would be shaken and baked, but I said shake and bake. It'd be shake and bake, and I'm helped. We helped. So anyway, thank you for that. Now, my friend has given me, I was going to, look. I was practicing this first song when I came in here this morning, and I was practicing it, and I thought, God damn, man. This was used in a commercial in the 80s, and I think Paul Anka sang it, maybe. It was for Kodak Film, but I always got it confused with one for coffee, because they did real sentimental coffee commercials at the time, to, like, where the student from college would come home in the middle of the night and his mom doesn't know he's there, and then he wakes up and he smells her coffee brew, and he comes downstairs. She turns around like, son! And he's like, Mom, give me that coffee. And they hug, and you went out and got coffee. But this was for Kodak Film, because back then you had to actually go out and get film and plan to take pictures, and then put it in your camera, bring your camera with it, make sure the battery was charged, take your camera, have formal picture time, and then you had to send them off and wait for them to come in. It was just, and I believe you had 24 pictures, and we had that maybe 1 or 2 times a year. Honestly, we weren't good at it. The camera usually stayed in the sideboard in the dining room, in the top drawer with the good scissors. Anyway, okay, so that was that. I opened that up, and I'm going to tell you, because my friend would surprise me. He's always been really generous, but he loves to send people things from Amazon, and they're fabulous. He's like Amy Sedaris or somebody. He'll send you something that's really, really, really that you love, that you will incorporate in your life, and he'll send you something so freakish that you're like, what on earth made you think, I just thought it was funny? I just thought it was fun. So I didn't know what I was getting here. I was hoping for some M&M pastels for Easter. I don't even know if they still make those, but I swear they sounded better. So the thing is, like, he didn't send me those, and he probably ain't gonna send me them. But if you wanted to send me things like shirts to wear, sweaters, and things like that, or food products, or M&M's pastels, look, if you're really interested, I can hook you up with the person who can be our liaison, because I'm a celebrity now, because I'm an influencer, and I can't just give you my address or anything. I can't even give you my real name or my social security number, because I'm like here on the video now. So I'm just an entity. I use that every day. Entity. It's a good name. It's a good word. Anyway, I think we're wrapping this up here at 6 minutes and 19 seconds, but only after I tell you this little tale of woe. So my friend has always left me little gifts, even before the internet, even before we lived thousands of miles away. He would just drop by and leave things there. And so, in fact, at Christmas time of 1983, he left me my Christmas present in the entrance of my apartment building, and it was in the window right there, and it was a value pack of extra strength Dexatrim capsules, and it was great because I was addicted to extra strength Dexatrim capsules to give me that little extra kick that would get me through the day. And although it came with some mood swings, because it would do that, because I don't know what it had in it, hexachlorophyll, I don't know, but Dexatrim in the 80s was speed. That was closest you were going to get to speed, unless you knew a really cool drug dealer, possibly named Speed, that lived in the seedy part of town. I did not know that person. I tried so many times to get my hands on good speed, and people go, oh, these are great, man. It's $30. They're like speckled birds. They're called caffeine. All I would get was caffeine. But anyway, the caffeine kick of the extra stream Dexatrim, if you started popping them, like I did, because you got up in the morning and you took one, and then when you start to just fade a little, you take another. And then, when you do that for a while, a couple of weeks, and it's like you take two in the morning, and then when you start to fade a little, you take two. And if you think it's going to be a big old deal later, you take three. And so what I did was, it was before Christmas. It was before Christmas, in 1983, and I was feeling good. And because I was on Dexatrim, I was feeling thin. I was feeling good, everything. And I thought, I'm going to go down to the bar, and I'm going to party like it's 1999 on this weeknight, because it's Christmas time. And it was beautiful. I felt like, oh, I was just having a good time. The big Christmas tree was there with iridescent bows on it. And you could smell all the expensive cologne on all the other people in the bar. And I don't know, I was just like, all of a sudden I had a big mood swing, and I went up to a friend of mine and said, I just feel suicidal, and he said, go for it. And I said, okay. And I went back to my apartment alone, and I said, I took up a piece of cardboard and wrote, I went for it. And then I take 72 extra strength Dexatrim, thinking it's over. I am like Greta Garbo in a movie. I will just fade away. They will never even know I was here. But the thing was, a few hours later, I woke up over the toilet bowl, retching, dry heaving. There was no liquid left in me. When I looked down, I just had on my little grade boxers, and they were just kind of draping on me, because I was like, honestly, why am I painfully thin? Why do I look skeletal right now, suddenly? And I look in the mirror, and my face was perfect. I don't know if you ever, okay, girls will know this, guys who wear makeup sometime. Now more guys I wore makeup every day that I could, because I had to wear some makeup to make a solid 7 out of a solid 2, okay? I would never be a 10, but in the right light, I could get up to an 8.5 sometime in the right light with cosmetic enhancement. So anyway, I looked in the mirror and I was gaunt. My face was never gaunt. It was gone. I looked like a beautiful ghost. And if you sleep in your makeup, you'll get this residue. If you don't rub your eyes, your liner and your mascara silk down this perfect shadow under your eyes and everything. And like, it all just melts into your face. It's all perfectly real for 1 hour. For 1 hour. Then you must get in the shower, because if you go out to brunch or you lay up with somebody in their bed and you go at it one more time in what you had on last night, you will look like a Presto the Magic Clown, because when it changes back to a pumpkin, honey. All of a sudden you got these big red Raggedy Ann circles on your cheeks, and you've got like Alice Cooper eye makeup running down you. And I used to enhance my hair too by filling in my balding spots. I did that before they had the product. I knew you take an eyeliner and you go in there and you cover up those spots that are shining through, and then you arrange your hair artistically over it and spray it into place. And I did that for years until it could not be done anymore. Anyway, I looked really good, but I was dying because I think I kind of blew up my kidneys by taking 72 extra strength dexatrim. And I made my way back, and I remember thinking this when I looked down and saw my knobby knees. I went, okay, first, why am I puking? Because I haven't eaten anything solid in 3 days. That was what I thought. Why am I puking? I don't even eat anymore. And then I saw my little skinny legs. And then I went back in there to the bedroom, and it was really weird because the house was real pretty. It was kind of decorated for Christmas and stuff. And I had a little kerosene space heater just heating the bedroom, right? And I had somehow managed to reach over and pull the Persian rug back from one corner because I was repeatedly vomiting nothing but bile and tiny time capsules from the 72 from the 72 extra strength dexatrim that I had ingested. My body was trying to get rid of them. So I was projectile vomiting tiny time capsules. It wasn't even like it was messy. It looked decorative. But I was like, oh my God, boy, what have you done? And I went and got in bed. It was really cold, and my joints were all curling up. And I was like, I'm dying. And I was looking at my kerosene space heater, and you had the little thing on it where you could tell it was about to run out of kerosene, and I didn't have any more. And I looked in the living room. My beautiful little tree that I'd put up had somehow turned sideways and was just leaning against the wall. And I thought, this is how they're gonna find me. And I didn't sleep. But as the day went on, I got up and went out and I got help and stuff. And it didn't kill me. It did kind of mess with the Christmas. It was pretty bad because I didn't pee for 2 days, and those 2 days that I didn't pee, all that water weight that I had expended from overdosing and expelling everything, it all came back, and I wasn't peeing. So I went to my parents' house for Christmas Eve, and I looked jaundiced and swollen, and they said, "How you doing?" I said, "Not too good." And Daddy called our doctor, who was our neighbor, and he said, "I'm sorry, Bobby. Sammy's really sick. Is there any way I could bring him up, have you take a look at him?" And he took me out there, and the sweet doctor, my dad was standing right there. I wouldn't say I overdosed on dexatrim, so I just said, I don't know. I haven't peed for 2 days, with no explanation of that. And he said, "Well, you have a UTI, and I'm going to give you this Bactrim, and it should all straighten out on its own. If it doesn't, when you get back to Lexington after Christmas, you should see a physician." So I went home, and then we had Christmas, and I just wasn't feeling it. And then when I went back to Lexington, I still had not peed. So this happened the day before Christmas Eve. So the night before Christmas, I OD'd on these pills and went to a friend's house that day. Then nursed myself all day until finally I could keep down that much milk because it just felt like it. And then slowly I could drink it. But then I went home for Christmas, sick, looking like death, looking like a big bag of rotten tomatoes, okay? And I still didn't pee. So when I came back to Lexington, This is 3 days later. I go see my friends, and I'm feeling better. You know, my back is hurting because I have pretty much wiped my kidneys out. I pretty much destroyed them for a while. It feels like somebody has kickboxed me in the kidneys. I'm telling you. So, I go back to Lexington. I see my friends, and they go, "Are you better?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a lot better." And then I said, "I hope that one time soon I'll be able to pee again." And they went, "Oh my God," because they worked at hospitals. They went, "The doctor said if you didn't pee, you need to go straight to the emergency room because you have really messed yourself up." And then just right then, I felt a little urge, and I went to the bathroom. It was like tinkle, tinkle. And I was like, "Okay, I peed." And she's like, "Okay," but I didn't. It was like, it took a while. It took like 24 hours before I could, pee correctly again. I'm sorry I'm telling you all this stuff. We're 15 minutes in, but I think you need to know this stuff about me. I'm just a weirdo, man. I've done some weird and wild shit, and I'm going to tell you all of it. I will. Anyway, I didn't, no. I straightened up. I survived. I got out of that weird apartment, which I'm not blaming. I was just an irresponsible tenant. And then I went on, and then my life was better, and I never did another Dexatrim ever again. In fact, I stopped drinking coffee for probably 2 days. I did. But anyway, so that was that, and that was not at all what I thought I was going to tell you when I got in here today, but you know what? I think it might stand. I think it's okay. I think you can stand it. You know what? If you can stand it, I can stand it. And I'm going to tell you something. It might be too much, but I think deep down, everybody wants to know everybody's dirty secrets and everybody's dirty laundry. And if people don't provide them, they'll make them up about them. They will. They will. Anyway, I love you. And even you that I don't really love. Today I'm feeling loving. Like today, if I had a big dried gourd full of little suckers that were on a chain like they used to have, like they were all connected, I would pull one of them off and give them to you too when I was giving them to all the other children. And when I say children, I'm not talking about children. I'm talking about people who are my age, my contemporaries, who are a little bit childlike like me. I'm childlike and often childish, but mostly just childlike. And I can be a real burly He-Man too when I need to. I can be real rough. But today, I'm just going to be me. You be you. I'll be me. We'll talk later. Bye.